after deadly floods slammed Ruidoso, efforts to get help where it's needed are ramping up. KFOX anchor Jessica Gonzalez spent time in the community talking with residents and with Democratic Senator Martin Heinrich, who says it's time to rethink how we prepare for disasters like this one. That's off the top.
People are still working on their damaged homes and businesses, and others are left with nothing after Tuesday's severe floods. Today, New Mexico Democratic Senator Martin Heinrich visited the town to see the damage firsthand.
But I think getting on the ground and seeing the breadth and the scale of what happened across the watershed is really sobering, and certainly helps us make our plans for how best to engage and help the local community.
Senator Heinrich visited some of the most impacted areas here in Ruidoso, which include those areas right near the Rio Ruidoso, which is right across the street from this softball park. This is what used to be the dugout of the softball park, and you can still see there's a lot of fresh mud still that remains here. But if you walk with me inside of the softball fields, which was once the home of the Lady Warriors, you can just tell the extensive damage that was done here. This field is right across the series of RV parks that were also severely impacted by Tuesday's floods. Heinrich also dropped off donations at the Lincoln County Humane Society that has not only been helping with animals and pet owners, but also receiving and giving out donations of essential items.
We've had a lot of animals come in like that, all with mud. We've rescued a couple from areas, and unfortunately there's been some that just didn't make it.
Senator Heinrich said the increase in severity of climate events like the ones happening here in Ruidoso with the fires and floods has to come with a change in how resources and recovery efforts are allocated.
We need to figure out a way to treat that as one long emergency, because every one of these fires here in southern New Mexico, but you're going to have the same thing in northern New Mexico. Every large-scale fire comes with a series of floods afterwards.
People who have been living in Ruidoso for decades or all of their lives say they've never seen flooding so severe. Some of those affected now forced to seek the help of the Humane Society for basic necessities.
I've seen bad, but not anything like I saw Tuesday. We were suctioning water out and mud last night, and we've got to get a cleaning crew there because it'll mold.
Last year's flood did affect our home, but we only had a little bit that we could save. But with this year's flood, there's probably not much that we can save.
But she is thankful her beloved pets did survive.
So I'm having to build these kennels that I got from Tractor Supply so that there's some form of sanity for them, some form of security, because they're all stressed out.
Last year, Ruidoso received FEMA assistance for the South Fork and Salt fires. With the ongoing debate about possible changes or dismantling of FEMA by the federal government, Heinrich was asked if this was a concern for him now.
I've been a critic of FEMA for years because they were stood up as an organization that they were kind of a tornado and hurricane organization. They have learned how to deal with fires and subsequent floods. I would not give them a fantastic grade at that yet, but we need that capacity. We have to have a functional FEMA until there is an alternative.
Heinrich said the money is coming to the town. He says the disaster declaration was officially approved last night.
This first wave is going to help with removing debris and all of the initial emergency, which puts people's lives at risk.